The Michael you had front facing in front of the media is a very different Michael to what was behind the scenes. He would take a genuine interest in who you are, who your family is, what drives you. Every single person in the team. And that's hard to do. And it's not because he's doing it because he wants to gain advantage. He does it because he really cares. That's Michael. Michael wasn't the most skillful in the car. I've already said that was Lewis. He's got these tendencies and traits where when you go out in FP1, he's like an octopus all over the wheel. He'll change every setting on the wheel near enough, but it's what makes him incredible. And if I give you an example of it, there was a time where on simulation in Brazil, it said hold 6th gear up the hill. And within 2 laps, Nico was doing exactly as we asked him to do. Within 2 laps, Lewis went, this doesn't feel right, back down to 6th, and was finding a 10th there. And it took until the end of the session before Nico saw the data and saw that. He's this optimizer that he'll use data as a starting ground, but he's got a feel beyond anything else for it. And he has no issue exploring the boundaries. And that originally manifested itself in, you'd often see him go off at turn 1. He'd find the absolute limit of braking and it would just push him wide at turn 1, then abort the lap. And one of our biggest frustrations with him was that out of 20 laps, he did 1. You're like, come on, you got to do more than that. And actually, if you look at the maturity Lewis had between 13 to now, you'll see he completes every lap. So he's now found a way of still gaining the experience of the remainder of the lap out of it. But he was this perfectionist that wanted, and braking was his strength, his forte, maximize everything under braking. And then I know the limits of the car, and then I can build from there and get into the rhythm of things. Because he's explored all these boundaries, he knows in just a few laps in FP1, and he learns the track incredibly quickly, what the boundaries of the car is, what the limits are already within his tools that he has available on the steering wheel, which are quite fast for what it's worth, and understands therefore how to get the car into the right positioning for as the grip comes up. Very, very impressive. Where others are still just spending 7 or 8 laps learning the track, he's explored quite a bit of the boundaries. Now that came with some downsides often. Often he would change the car so quick on that you'd lose yourself. Certainly as engineers, it's difficult when your data's all moving, the track's moving, the grip's moving. You think, okay, we're starting from scratch here, basically. And that's some of the reasons why at times you'll see Lewis drops backwards. And often when he jumps forwards again, he's gone to a setup that's known, and now he's back on the money. But he's able to do that, and many drivers aren't. He's able to explore off and accept they'll have a whole session, perhaps in the wrong place on setup, but he's learning from it.